Good evening and welcome to another episode of Sports Federation TV. My name's Alton Davids. I'm your host. Tonight we chat in the last of our series of SAFA Cape Town, and we'll take a break on football and we'll move on to one or two other codes of sport. And the aim is to expose a range of different codes of sport. As you know, we are the voice of the Western Province Sports Council, and we look after all 73 codes of sport in the Cape Town area. So we've dealt with soccer for about 4 or 5 weeks. It comes to the end of that series, and we'll move on to a different code of sport and then highlight a few clubs out of those codes of sport. So if you'd like your federation or your club to be mentioned and your activities mentioned, make contact with us, Alton Davids 25 on Twitter, or Western Province Sports Council on Twitter, or even on our Facebook page. But right now we're joined by two esteemed young men. Rowan, good evening and welcome.
Thank you, Elton.
You are good?
I'm well, and yourself?
Good, good. Young man, are you good?
I'm very good. Thanks very much, Elton.
Good. The chairman of an esteemed football club in the Wynberg area. What's the name of your club?
Name of our club is Wynberg St. John's Football Club.
By the name, it sounds like it's in Wynberg. Has to be.
Yeah, most definitely.
Where about?
We are situated on the corner of Rosemead Avenue and Wetton Road. We play our home ground. Our home ground is on at Wynberg Sports Club.
And you affiliated to which LFA? Because by now people should be understanding how the whole LFA system works, because we've been talking about it for about 5 weeks.
Yeah, we play in the Cape Town Tygerberg League. We play from the region of, say, the Beers, which is in Somerset West, Fishhook, and all the way to Tableview, Sunningdale, and also North Pine.
Sure, so it's a big traveling area.
Yeah, a lot of traveling to be done.
How big is the club?
The club, we have 13 junior teams and we have 7 senior teams.
Sure. And as a secretary, that's a lot of administration to do.
Quite a lot of admin. It starts from about the 1st of February and we go all the way through until October, end of October. Then that's when it cools down. Then I get a bit of a break. Yeah.
Just for Christmas?
Just for Christmases.
And
to be with the wife.
That's always a good thing. So give me an understanding of how this club operates. I mean, you've got so many teams. Are there dedicated coaches? Are there, from an admin point of view, let's talk a bit about the admin. How much admin is involved in this whole process?
Well, there's a registration procedure that happens on an annual basis. So everybody, whoever it is, it's got to be registered over, with the Cape Town Tygerberg League. And it's photos and IDs and all that type of thing, and paperwork to be filled in. So it's quite a procedure, and I've got one helper with me, Hannes van Staden, who he actually does all the work, and I do the minor work at the bottom. So besides doing the other work that I have to do.
Okay. Rowan, as the chairperson, your job is a never-ending job because you've got to be involved in all the different aspects. How long is your term?
My term is 2 years. This is my first term. And next year it obviously continues. How it works is I've got a junior chairperson, which is Roger Newman, and we have different other members in also involved in the exco, so to say. We have our junior structures, where we have dedicated coaches. We're starting a junior development system, where you have your head of junior development, head of junior sectors, and then you get your coaches filtering down just to better the communication aspect. And then obviously your senior sector, which have each team will have his team manager, maybe a coach, and obviously your captain, easy for communication purposes. And they will then also communicate straight with the head coach, which is Zane Raycliffe.
Okay. So do you kind of coordinate all of this and still play, or are you just administration now?
To be honest with you, there's no time really to play. I try to make it to training sessions. My week is mostly on a Monday meetings and Wednesdays as well. And most of our social teams, they train on a Wednesday, so it doesn't fall into my time space.
And I believe you guys have a vibrant over 40s sector, besides the big junior sector. And I mean, quite a prolific first, second, and third team, I think it is, at senior level.
Yeah.
And let's talk a bit about this over 40s party, over 35s party that happens on a regular basis, I'm told.
From our side, the over 40s, we have over 35s, we have over 40s, and over 45s.
Sure.
And then there's an over 50s which play very social.
How often do they play? Because I mean, they need lots of time to recover.
Once a month is good enough for them. Yeah. But the over 40s are one of the top teams. You know, a lot of ex-pros are playing there. Lindsay George, I'm thinking of Esmond Jacobs, Mark Hendricks. All those guys are all participating in that, giving back to the club as well there. So they enjoy themselves, but try to keep it social as well.
And I mean, those are also names that played in the old, as they called it, Sacos days with Santos and light bodies, as they were called in those days.
Yeah, that's
So-
quite righteous. Yeah.
So you got quite a bit of depth and quite a bit of history coming through your club.
That's true. Yeah.
And in terms of your top 3 teams in the senior level, how are they faring?
They're faring very well, to be honest with you. Our first team was promoted last season from the first division to the Premier Division. Our season has been going quite good, to be honest with you. At the moment, we are about 7th on the log, which is the top half of the log. But we always, every game that we play to win. So that is good for us and good for the first team as well. The players involved got quite a big squad. We've got a first team and a reserve team. And obviously our second team plays in the 3rd division. And after the 3rd division, we've also got a 5th division, which is our social team. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any big names that have come through that made it to the PSL as an example, or any highlights that come out of your club? Big names or people that have made a success out of football as a career?
Our head coach, I must name him as one. He's actually on his CAF B license now. He's still a Wynberg boy. He has been playing for Wynberg as a junior. He went on to play for Santos and so on. And he's taking his coaching to further levels. At the moment, he's also with, in the summer, he's with Milano. So yes, he's also, and the experience that he's gaining, he's also giving to the others at the club. He's quite a club guy. So yes, we've got a lot to learn from him. He's also sharing his knowledge, and that's good for everybody else. It's good for our players as well. Wherever he's going, he comes back and he shares those knowledge with our youngsters. Our first team, very, very young team, which is good for the club as well. It just takes the club even further when it comes to talent and also gaining some more talent, because youngsters want to play with young people, which is good for everybody.
You touched on a very important part, the mentorship within the club. I mean, you've got your head coach who's a CAF B license, and down the line, they all fit in and they all work together with his guidance. What's his name? Zain.
Zain, yes.
Yeah. Is that how it works within your club?
Yes, it does. We also just took on Ashraf. He's our junior development coach, or head of junior development. He's also got a CAF B license. So the two of them, they work very closely together in the senior sector and also the junior sector. So where players should come up from under 15, under 17, and then should be able to filter into 3rd division and especially into the first team. So that's the thought behind it.
And at junior level, often the experience is that because I'm a parent, I can come and coach, often with no experience. Do you guys compensate for that with regular coaching workshops and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we do have regular coaching workshops, but we're trying to move away from that with the parent coaching. We're encouraging the parents to come down and support, but that's why we're trying to get more top-level coaches involved, to better our system as well. So the parent is always encouraged to come down and participate, and be maybe a manager or something like that, or admin person, and we take it from there.
And bring the rest of the family to support.
Of course, yes.
Absolutely. Let's take an ad break and we will come back. We'll see you now. This is Sports Federation TV. Thanks for joining us. If you've just joined in, we're chatting football for this show, and we're chatting to Wynberg St. John's, a prominent football club out in the Wynberg area, who's got a great depth of a range of junior teams and senior teams, but a range of other activities, gentlemen. Tell us about some of those other activities, because that's what makes part of your club. I mean, it's not just about what happens on the field, but your family organization, to be more blunt. You're not just about playing, you're also about creating opportunities for youngsters and having social interaction. Tell us a bit about that. What's happening in your club?
I think the social aspect is obviously very important, and we take it quite seriously, and we need to do go on to that aspect as well. I think from our veteran sides, we have most impact there. We have Wednesday nights. We have a big night. That's the only night they actually only train, and I think they try and get away from home maybe on the Wednesday night. And then after practice, obviously that's when the party really starts going on. You know, with the darts and the cards and all this kind of stuff, and of course not leaving out the drinking. And so that's from that aspect, that's where they enjoy themselves. On the other aspect, we have various fundraisers as well, which we go out throughout the year, and we encourage our members, parents, and everybody to participate. And that's a big thing for us because it's always well attended. You know, we always have good parties, which doesn't really know when to stop. You know, so from that aspect, parties are good. Yeah.
But it's safe as well because it's an enclosed environment,
Yeah.
which makes it nice.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that totally enclosed complex,
Yes.
for want of a
Yeah.
better understanding. Rowan, tell us about this little junior tournament that's coming up, which I think, from what I hear, is quite a big tournament for you guys.
Yeah, this year is going to be our 25th year anniversary Wynberg St. John's Under-9 tournament. It's quite a big tournament. Every year we have 32 teams playing in the tournament. Teams coming from all over Cape Town, the Western Cape, Mitchell's Plain, Tableview, all over, Fishhook even. And it ranges from in the what you would call the September holidays, school holidays. This year is going to take place from the 2nd of October to the 9th of October at Wynberg Sports Club. There are still some places available, so you can contact Wynberg St. John's either on our Facebook page or Ivan Timm as a club secretary. Yes, and we also just got a major sponsor on board as well, Rosmead Super Spa. So that's an accomplishment for us, just to cover our costs for the tournament and
Well
so on.
done.
So we got a nice headline sponsor. Yes, and we've also been in partnership with the Pink Drive awareness for women and men with breast cancer. So yes, we picked up the ball quite hugely this season, seeing that it's our 25th year anniversary. Like you can see, we're on the talk show also this evening. So yes, we're going big, promoting the tournament, getting full exposure for our sponsors and organizations we in partnership with. And we definitely hope it's going to be a big tournament, big success.
Are there any entry qualifications to get into the tournament, or how does it work? Do you just apply, and
No,
if there's a gap, you take it?
What we do is we normally send out invitations to our regulars, so to say. We do miss some of the members because they might move from one club to the other. So yes, if you are interested, please by all means contact Wynberg St. John's. So yes, it is by invitation. There's no qualifications. All you need to do is just enter your club and pay the entry fee. There is prize money at the end of the day. First prize win, there's a cash prize which includes a kit, a voucher for a kit, and there's a second prize and third prize as well.
And I hope a shopping voucher from Quick Sparsing it, then our sponsor.
Yeah, they'll definitely come on board with that, yes, no problem.
Ivan, in closing, the year ahead for you as the secretary, what's your role? How much work do you anticipate having?
Well, not much work at the moment, other than currently setting up everything for the 2016 season, which we plan to do at the end of the season and rather get our registrations all sorted early, you know, so we don't have that mad rush again in 2016. So other than that, that's all I have to do. Yeah.
And get the kids to give their IDs and their birth certificates in advance,
That's
so you
right.
secure them for
That's
next
right.
year's season already.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Young man, as your first year as chairperson, have you reached some of your goals? What else is on the agenda for you?
Yes, definitely goals has been reached already. I set some goals at the beginning of the season, and to be honest, yeah, halfway through, and so far a little bit more also, to be honest with you. There are some more goals that we would like to, especially a club kit. We've been using the same club kit now for the last 4 years. In our clubhouse, we fill the one wall with photos, team photos. So I think it's time to replace those photos when we receive a new club kit. So we are looking for a new club kit sponsor, to be honest with you. Yeah, and that's the way to go. There's more things to be achieved. You know, being with a pink drive, I think we're going to be the first in soccer, in football, in South Africa to be wearing pink, such as the Proteas, you know, with their cricket kit, and also the Blue Bulls. So that's the way we want to go, and that's the way to get more sponsors on board as well. So yeah, there's some big ideas and yeah, just ways and means to reach those goals.
The Wynbergs and John's trendsetters.
We hope.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time. In closing, Rowan, how do people get in contact with you? Are you Facebook, Twitter, all of those kinds of social media stuff?
We do have a Facebook page. Ivan, he's the guy that normally handles the Facebook page and the social media. Ivan, if you can give us more detail.
The Facebook page is just Wynberg and Johns. Just go onto the link and like the page, and that's it. It's as simple as that. And join us.
Perfect.
Right.
Gentlemen, good luck for the rest of the season. We wish you well.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Alton.
Good luck for your tournament.
Thank you very much.
Let's take an ad break. We'll see you now.